Tell us about your preparations for John Fitch.
Man, I've been working so hard, man. I've been training here in New York City with Team Hansa Gracie, with Jason Stroud, my head coach, my striking coach too, Edge Wrestling, Church Street Boxing Gym. I've been working hard, man. I'm just ready to go.
You know, in the past, John Fitch was tough to stop for anybody, whether you were a striker, a wrestler, jiu-jitsu, it didn't matter. He had a formula and a recipe, and that's that he would take you down and grind you and suffocate you. But in the last few years, a few people have been able to solve that puzzle. Did you do a lot of preparation via seeing the success that other fighters have had in recent years and how they've stopped them? Or are you just doing your own preparations and worrying about him, you know, with what you recall seeing in his fights?
I always watch how my opponents fight, how they win, how they lose, of course. But I definitely have my own style for this fight, you know. So I think I have all the tools to beat him.
Mm-hmm. Was there a particular fight that you saw where you thought, okay, that fighter had the most success, and if so, which fight was it?
A good fight, a good guy, even like I was chatting with him the other day, MMAjunkie has a really good fight against him.
Right.
He didn't finish the fight, but he dominated since the beginning. So that's definitely a match that I look at a lot.
A lot of people are wondering how you got the shot, and we know that originally was going to be Jake Shields. But to be fair, even though your last fight was a loss, that night you were still 2-1, and you went 1-1 with the guy that actually won the tournament. So it was still a great night of fighting back in November for you.
Yeah, man. That night was to be honest, I was happy that I fought 3 times on the same night, but for me, I didn't win the tournament, so I lost. You know, even beating him in the first match, I lost the tournament. So, but I knew I made like a good impression in everyone. So that's why I got a title shot, you know?
When it comes to Rousimar Palhares, when he left the organization, some people were happy. One thing I had always thought of is you guys are both so good on the ground, it would have been fun to see you guys lock up. What was your take on that when he left the organization? Were you happy to see him go, or was there a part of you that kind of wanted to test your skill set against his?
Man, he's a great fighter. You know, he's even like fighting my teammate this weekend in a jiu-jitsu tournament, Gary Tannen. And, man, he's a great fighter. He definitely is a beast on the ground, but at the same time, you know, like, he's keeping doing, like, he's been doing that ever since, like, 10 years. For over 10 years, he's been doing that kind of stuff. So he's bad for sport, you know. I would definitely love to test me against him, but he's bad for the sport, so he can't.
Do you think
he can't, like, keep fighting without paying for what he does, you know?
And do you think the way to make him stop is for someone to employ dirty tactics against him, or is that, you know, does that just fall back on, you know, stay classy, and if somebody does lower themselves to another level, you can't match that?
Man, always stay classy, you know. You can't go down at the same level of that guy, you know.
Yeah.
Beat him in a class 2A, you know.